Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to VI Collaborative TV. I'm your host, Crystal Melville. I'm a chaplain, spiritual advisor, and master coach. I'm also a retired nurse and a birth and postpartum doula. Today, I would like to address the topic of career coaching and how we can best prepare our youth and adults to help them get on the right path as far as choosing a vocation. So, I would first like to talk about my experience working in the private and public sector in our communities, and also touch on educating my children. So I was able to homeschool my children. They all began in the public school system in the USVI on the island of St. Croix, namely the Carter Marker School. And also, when they were really young, they were in private school. But really and truly, about 2005, after I suffered a near-death experience, I had to have neurosurgery. So that left me out of commission for a while. I had to give up nursing, and I basically had to learn to use my motor skills. I really had to learn to use my muscles in my neck and my arms and legs all over again. So it was a trying time for us. So while I was recuperating, it really got strenuous taking my children to and from school. So I decided to homeschool. They actually wanted it, So I searched thoroughly for a homeschooling program. I wanted one that was accredited, or one that was that basically did everything for me. I was just really a guide and teacher, but they kept the records, they issued the report cards, the certificates, things of that nature. So I was able to find one, and it actually went better than I thought. And homeschooling for me wasn't just the academic part. It was also teaching valuable life skills, and such as financial literacy. I was able to sit with each child one-on-one to explain to them, what money is, how we use it, why we use it. Of course, that's an ongoing teaching, by the way. I was also able to teach them, activities of daily living skills such as cooking, cleaning, taking care of a home, running a household, communicating with one another, doing the laundry, taking care of outside of the home, and shopping, where they actually use what they learned in school, consumer math. So homeschooling it's a holistic approach to learning. We also had Bible study, so they learned about themselves, why they're alive, what their purpose is. So by doing that, it was really a chance to set them up to become better citizens in their community. When a child is given the ability to learn who they are and what their purpose is, that sets them up to become who they should be. We're just a guide, we're just a vessel. And if we observe them, communicate with them really, they'll let us know. And some do need some help. Some need some coaxing, some need some trial and error. But if we don't give up, in the end we'll be successful. And that also comes with acceptance, accepting a person for who they are, what they can do at that time, and supporting them through their growth and development. Okay, so once the children were able to, take certain courses, they started to develop a like, for this one or that one. And that's when I began to discuss different career choices. And of course, they changed their minds a little bit, but it's really setting a foundation. They needed to know what options they have. And along the way, I also found different websites that offered free courses. And when I mean free, I mean absolutely free. These are also courses taught at the university level that are accredited, and they also offered a one-on-one didactic. So there were videos, they were very interactive. There were also peer groups where they were judged by their peers. They were a part of they had discussion webinars. So it was really interactive, and I found that they love this. So some of the courses I'll put in the description below, but one of the programs or websites was Coursera.org, and this platform is run on the MOOC model, where it's an online environment. And it's really, guys, we really need to embrace how education has changed. We were first introduced to higher learning, where going to an actual university, and there's different ones. There's different classes also. There's community colleges. They're the typical ones that most people want to go to. They want to go to Yale or Harvard, Cornell, and there's also different state universities that do offer a lot of help. If you live in that state, the tuition is less. There's scholarships. So it's really a lot of information out there. And the more you research, the more you'll find them. People always used to ask me, well, how did you get your children in this stuff? How do you know this stuff? I researched. We need to use the World Wide Web for a good. We can choose to search it for different things, to know what's trending in pop culture, what news about celebrities and other people's lives. But I think we need to really dial back and really use the internet for good. There's a wealth of information. There's even information overload at times, but it's what you decide to allow. It's what you allow into your space. We need to be disciplined when using the internet. But there's a lot of information we can find on careers. You can find out the median salary, what the qualifications are. For example, if you need a bachelor's or a master's for this particular job, a lot of teaching positions now, universities, you must have a doctorate. So there's so many things that we need to know. Things are changing, and they're changing fast. Like I mentioned in the prior video, one of the ways that you can better get a feel for what you may want to do, or even get your foot in the door for an actual career, is to volunteer. Or there are also apprenticeships. So I did a few of those growing up when I was in high school, and that really catapulted me into an actual profession. So oftentimes, yes, you want to, the job with the highest pay, but if you're just getting out of high school, if you don't know what you want to do, don't expect a high salary, even if you have a degree. By the way, most people with a degree aren't working at the jobs that they qualify. Most people are overqualified. Most people are just trying to get by, sadly. And, that's why there has to be a lot of planning early on. The thing is to really plan early, to be self-disciplined and really appreciate the opportunities as a child. When you're still in your parents' home, when you don't have to worry about paying the bills and in the rat race and being a parent. So it's best to really, understand who you are and appreciate, and don't be in a rush to grow up. Take this time to explore, because once you do get out there, everything's going to come at you like darts, and it's going to be overwhelming, and not everyone can take that pressure. That's why we're losing a lot of our youth to suicide, and they're abusing one another, they're bullying. There's other issues underlying issues with bullying, because a bully was bullied. But I'm just saying that's another topic. But yeah, so we really have to do better at planning, and finding out what you like from what you don't like, or rather what you're passionate about. When you're passionate about something, you can do it from morning till night. You will devote all of your time to it. It becomes you. So it's important to get those skills in early and really try to become the best at it. Give it your all each day and share with others. Don't have a prideful approach. Don't push people away and try to compete. We see so much of that in the workforce. So we really need to do better at limiting the way we think about other people in terms of our attitude. Really just listening more, and don't be so judgmental about people that we work with. Really respect them for what they bring to the table. Because learning is fundamental and learning is ongoing. You actually learn on the job. A lot of employers expect you to have a lot of experience, but realistically, even if you have a degree, even if you have some experience, when you get on the job in this new company, they basically have to train you, to help you understand their business acumen, their language, their culture. So, it's always a learning process. I understand, they want you to have some basic things. They want you to have that foundation, and there's nothing wrong with that. Why most companies would like you to have a degree is when you have gone to school. Personally, I did finish graduate school. I do have a graduate degree. And, it takes a lot. You have to be in the finishing business. You have to commit to that. You have to want to do the best. You have to want to listen. And when your professor gives you those guidelines of how exactly to do it, you have to copy those, download those, print it out and have it in front of you, so that you can do it exactly as they want it. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of sacrifice. Sometimes you may not be able to be the best parent you want, the best wife, the best husband, but it's all about sacrificing for the greater good, and really involving your children. What I did was I took my children on my educational journey. Oh yes, when I got my books, I was so excited. I got my books and I read to them. That's how I did it. I said, come sit here, and each chapter I had to do for that, or how many pages I read to them, because I knew that it would help them. And today, even though all of my children, they haven't finished graduate school. One of them has. But when people talk to them, even my youngest, they're surprised that she doesn't have a graduate degree. And that's because I took all of them on my journey. And granted, not every child will be receptive. Not every child would appreciate sitting down there. Some may not be listening, but they will remember things. Trust me. When they get it, when they mature, it's all going to come full circle. So I read to them. I explained everything. When I had my assignments, I told them what I was going to do, how I was going to do it. They watched me walk across the stage, get my bachelor's and my master's and all my certifications, so they learned to appreciate learning. And I had to do that for me. I had to go back, because I took a while off. I had them, they weren't planned. So, but I was in the finishing business. I had to go back. I always had a fire under me, considering my humble beginnings. So I always knew I had to do better, because I didn't want to be a statistic. I didn't want to become a parent that was ill-equipped. I didn't want to become a parent that didn't take care of their children. I didn't want what was done to me. I didn't want to do that to my children. So, you have to have something motivating you. You have to look around and see what's happening in your environment and use that to motivate you to do better. not to sit around and complain and look at everything that's bad. There's good in everything. Even your obstacles are for your good, because they will make you stronger. They will increase your patience, your tolerance level. They will make you care about people. They'll make you look at yourself. What am I doing? I can do better. So every situation that may not be positive right now, it can be for your good. So really looking at careers is really nothing exact. It's really about accepting who you are and communicating that with people. If someone wants you to be, if your parent wants you to be a doctor, a lawyer, be bold and courageous enough and respectful, and let them know, hey, this isn't for me, but I want to do this. Will you support me with this? Yeah, it's all about communicating. It's all about accepting the fact that they don't want to follow in your footsteps as well. So it's really about finding the right career and stepping out in life. It's really about living on purpose. It's about understanding the bigger picture, and that in order to positively impact your community, you have to have something to give back. You can't come empty-handed, because for much is given, much is required of you. People, you stand on so many shoulders. People invested in you, their time, their advice, their wisdom, their money. You have to give back. So that's what I wanted to impart to members of our community in the Virgin Islands. We have to step up. We can't just sit back and expect things to be given. We can't expect the leaders and the government to do everything. They're making decisions and you're letting them do it. You're not really using your voice in the right way. So it all starts with you. What you become, how you become that person. And it's ongoing. So I wanted to, just touch on that. And again, you can expound in so many ways. But, each person's situation is unique. We are a collective body of people, but each person is unique. And I think we need to share more of our experiences with one another. We really do. And one of the leaders I wanted to talk about today is he's a current senator in a VI legislature on the island of St. Croix, and his name is Mr. Kurt Vialet. Senator Vialet, I first came in contact with him at the vocational school in St. Croix, and what I admired about him was his passion for the youth. I could see it in his eyes, and I saw that he was a disciplined person, full of high ethical and moral standards, and he displayed it. When you walk up to him, he commanded your respect, and I think every leader should be like that. He's also a husband of one wife, has a lovely family, and he's just an overall good person, a good human being. Nobody's perfect. We all make decisions that people may not like, but again, we all have a voice and we need to speak up and support him, support all of the senators, no matter what you don't like about them. They're all people. They have families. They're somebody's child, and be respectful. Reach out to them, call their office, have a meeting, help. They can't do it by themselves. So I want to thank Senator Vialet personally for being who he is, and to offer support, encouragement, just to keep on keeping up. God sees you, and we do. So thank you for that. And also, so look forward to the next video. And again, like and share this video, please. And share it with your friends, your family, your teachers, anybody. We all need this. We all need to come together to rebuild. We have to talk about the issues. It's the only way we're going to rebuild. So thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you for listening to the VI Collaborative TV. I'll see you again, friends. Bye.